Hello, how are you guys? Can you hear me? Right, let's do a quick poll here. Just want to know if a lot of you guys are stressed or not, because this is after all week 6 and a lot of things are due this week and a lot of things happening. Okay, so just for fun, I want to know if you guys are stressed or not, just so that I would be a bit more aware on your mental health. Can you just simply let me know on this using this poll here if you guys are stressed or not. While we do that, I'm just gonna open some song just so that we can relax a little bit. Yes. Do-do-do-do. Hmm. Song. Okay. Da-da-da-da. You guys can see my screen, right? Just gonna open this once again. Yes, I have marked your test. I'm going to talk about your test today, but your marks will only be out tomorrow. Teacher final exam put a little bit easy. I'm not the one who did final exam, but I'm the one who prepared your second test. Yes. Yeah. So final exam, it wasn't me who did it. It's Miss Tayani. It should be alright. It should be okay. Right. Do we even listen to songs? I might lose my mind. Waking when the sun's down. Riding all these highs. Waiting for the calm. So a lot of you guys are apparently very, very stressed. I don't know. I asked just if you guys are stressed or not. So quite a majority of you guys are stressed. Five of you did not respond. But I hope that you guys are doing fine. Uh, I want to tell you, in Kolal, which is my department, we have a um, special, how to say, ways of ways of marking. So let me try and illustrate it because I don't prepare slides for that. So basically, the first round of your the first round of your assessment. For example, your first assessment is test one. This is your test one. Okay. So once I have marked your test one, Miss Farah will mark it. Okay. So once I have marked, this is really bad. So once I have marked your test one, it will go through what we call a process of calibration. Okay. So this is something we call calibration. I'm just going to type it down because it's so hard to calibration. So basically what calibration means is that another lecturer will be marking your test as well. And when the lecturer mark it and uh, she will tell me if I'm being too harsh on you guys, if I am too strict or if I'm too lenient, just so that both of us would have the same mark for both sections. And in this case, it's me and Miss Tayani. So basically, once I have finished marking your test one, Miss Tayani will mark your test as well. Okay, she will go through your test and she says, oh Farah, this is too you're too strict, so give more marks to them. Or if she thinks that I'm too lenient, I have to reduce your marks again. Okay, so which is why somewhat it takes quite some process for you to finish or to get your marks. Okay, so please be aware that all of your marks is not finalized. It always has to go through calibration process. Okay, But normally, typically, it won't go very far. Typically, normally, if I say your marks is, for example, 11 out of 15, because we are using the same rubrics, the other lecturers will say yes as well. Typically, no problem, but we just want to make sure that there is consistency. That is how we practice this calibration in our faculty, in my faculty. Okay, the same thing goes into your final exam, the same thing goes here. So I'm going to mark it first, and then another lecturer will mark it, and then if she says yes, everything is confirmed, and then I'll key in your marks and stuff like that. All right. um I also want to tell you guys some process of am I recording? Yes, I have recorded, right? So another process of constructing your tests, exams, final exams, or even tests. So before the semester start, both the lecturers will be finalizing your tests. So test one or test two, it's already done in the beginning of the semester. Okay, and then in final exam, we also have to go through a lot of process. So you guys don't know this because you just basically answer the questions, but for your final and even for your test 1 and test 2, there are actually three other lecturers who are looking at the questions. Are you teacher another subject for DIB? Ah, wait, yeah, I'm teaching public speaking as well. So basically for your final exam, what do you mean good? Wait, for your final exam, there are three other lecturers who are looking at your test paper and see whether or not you guys can answer it, just to make sure that it's fair on your side. Okay, I'm just telling you guys this to tell you that all of the process that we have gone through in, especially in my department, Kolal department, it's very very thorough, and there's a lot of process that is involved behind the scene, and I just want to highlight that to you guys. Okay. Yes, so for the IB, I'm also teaching public speaking. Sometimes this depends on the semester. Okay, this depends on the semester. I also teach critical thinking. This is something we call CRI 2101. Critical thinking. It depends on each semester. I would get different subjects as well. Okay. Um. All right. So should we start our class now? Woo. Okay, let's start our class. We are just going to in today's class. In today's class, we shall be looking at your test one. I'm gonna tell you about your test two. If you have any questions about your test two, please ask me. And then we also want to start doing, and I want to see the workload among group members for your group assignments. And also, I want to introduce you guys on how you can do your oral presentation. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to welcome you guys to business communication. This is week six. Woo. Week six. So, how are you guys feeling in this week six of online classes? You guys have no idea how impressive you guys are. Okay. So, not everybody on earth would be able to do online classes, and you guys are the very very few people who are very committed, who are doing your best, and I just want to applaud you guys and tell you guys that you guys are doing a very very good job. Okay, I hope that you guys are okay. Now, week six, you often feel a bit overwhelmed and dramatic, like this person here. This is our life in week six, but we can do this. I also saw this meme. You look stressed. Thanks. It's the stress. Something, this is Malaysian culture. We always like to ask the obvious things. Okay, you look stressed. Ah, thank you. It's the stress. Oh, eat. When you see people at the cafe saying, "Wow, eating ah." That's our culture in Malaysia. We like to state the obvious. Ah, eating ah. Yes, eating. What do you want? Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do today, I want to discuss with you guys about your test one. You should be able to get your marks before your test tomorrow. Your test is 4 to 6. I think in the morning or in the afternoon it should be available already. And then in today's class also, I want to show you guys how it's supposed to be done, simply because I want you guys to know how you can do your second test. All right? And test 2 would be quite easy in a sense that all of the samples are all online. You don't have to memorize. But I want to give you guys some tips on how you can get higher marks. Okay? I don't think anybody failed your first test. I don't think anybody failed your first test, but we'll see. And I also want to start. Also want to ask you guys to be in your group. This time around, I will ask you guys to form your own Blackboard collaborate among yourself. Okay, and I will be attending each one of those. Rather than waiting for you guys to complete the work, I want you guys to create one and then invite me in. Okay, so we're gonna discuss about it more. But before that, let's talk about your first test. Now, in your first test, the first question is on email. This is the question for your first test. Yeah, you are the event manager for Mondelex International, and your director has instructed you to carry out an Independence Day celebration. This celebration aims to promote unity among staff of different races and to embrace the culture and uniqueness of different ethnicities. Send an email. Some of you guys, even though you write in the format email, you wrote their letter. Okay, so minus mark there. To your colleagues. Okay, it's specifically saying you to write to all of your colleagues to inform them about the plan. Below is the information that you should include in your email. So these are the things that you have to write. Okay, you may include other relevant information. Your email should be around 200 words. Okay, is that a question? No question? Okay. Right. Wait, you guys can see my screen, right? No. Oh my God, I have been talking. Oh no, sorry guys. Sorry. Lord, I'm so sorry. So sorry. I've been talking all this while. I didn't know that I didn't share my screen. Sorry guys. So this is your email today. Oh man, I show you guys very nice. I show you a lot of memes. You didn't even see this. Okay. Right. Anywho, this is your question for your first test. Remember? Do you remember that this is the one that you answered? No? Yes? Okay. So now let's have a look and let's discuss. You guys can see this now, right? Okay. Thank you. So sorry about just now. Okay, let's see how do we mark your test. So basically, in order for you, the the highest or all of the marks for each question, you can get up until 25 marks. So you have two questions. Therefore, your overall marks for your first test is 50, 50. Okay. In your Blackboard, I have converted it into 15%. Okay. But if you look at your Blackboard, you will be able to see that I attach your Word document, and you'll be able to see the marks overall as well, together with some comments. All right. Now have a look. Firstly, we're looking at content. Now, when I look at content, I'm looking back on all of these information if you guys gave me these information. Okay, so if you give me this information, however, a lot of you guys give me all of these, but you did not elaborate on these information. Hence, you could not get a full mark. Okay, but a lot of you guys did very well, and you have included all of these into your email, and you deserve to get quite high marks in your content. Okay. When it comes to language, I'm looking at your grammar, I'm looking at your vocabulary, I'm looking at your professionalism when you are constructing your words in the email itself. All right. And when we look at organization, I'm looking at different paragraphs. Some of you guys just put pop one whole paragraph of the whole email. It's not nice. Um, and then looking at linking words, words like next, for that matter, firstly, secondly, those are wonderful linking words that you can use in your email to show link of information between paragraphs. Okay, and lastly, we're looking at format. Now, format is 4 marks. Some of you guys managed to get 4 marks because you follow exactly the formatting. Okay, so if you don't follow the formatting, marks will be deducted in the format. Okay, now, firstly, this is the format that we are looking at. 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So remember 5 plus 1 plus 5. Okay? Yes, thank you. So from date to CC, BCC, it's not necessary. You don't have to put it. Subject. Well, these subjects, okay, please remember to capitalize the first letter of the word. Okay, the first letter of the word, which a lot of you guys did not do. Okay, most importantly, what I observe is that when you write the email addresses in from and to, or even CC, if you want to CC your boss, you did not give me professional email address. Let me show you again what is professional email address. Okay, subject, you're not supposed to caps lock, or you're not supposed to capitalize all. You only have to capitalize the first letter of the subject. Now, the subject has to have just enough information about your whole email. If you want to write, for salutation, if you want to write Mr. or Mrs., you need the person's name. Okay, so if you don't know that person's name, you have to write dear sir or dear madam. Okay, if you know that person's name, then only you can write dear Mr. what? Liam, for example. Okay, dear Mr. Jonathan, comma. Okay, do not forget comma. Dear Miss Farah, comma. Okay, all right. And then the first paragraph, it's always the introduction only. Okay, who are you? Who are you writing on behalf? And also, why are you writing this email? Yes, so if colleagues, dear colleagues, wait, oh my god, my spelling. So, dear sir and madam, yeah, can, okay, all right. Next in the message, so here I'm looking at how you are able to group some of the information that we asked you. So if we look back again on the questions here, there are a lot of information that you have to write, but some of the information can be grouped all together into one single paragraph, and some of it can be separated into a different paragraphs. Now I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Okay, and then closing, I look forward to hearing from you soon, or in this case you can ask if they want to RSVP before certain dates, and then you can say sincerely comma yours sincerely. A lot of you guys forget S. I told you, I told you, I told you. Okay, so if you want to put your, like yours faithfully or yours sincerely, please do not forget S. Okay, yours sincerely, yours faithfully, best regards or regards, and do not forget to put comma. Okay, signature in an email does not mean that you sign it. Okay, signature in your email does not mean that you sign it. Signature in your email means your full name, your position, and your company. If you can give contact information, that would be nice. Okay, so if you do not follow any of these, depending, you get mark 0.5. For example, if This is not according to the structure. You do to first, then from, and then your CC, you don't put it, you will get your marks deducted 0.5. If you don't use a professional email address, you will get deducted 0.25. Okay, so a lot of you guys, the biggest mistake that I saw in your first test is that you use your Inti email. That is wrong, because if we go back on the question, you are working for Mondelez International, so you now have to create a professional email address for this company. Now let's have a look at professional email address. Which one here is a professional email address? The first one or the second one? Can you tell me which one?
Second one.
Thank you. A number of you guys, I think only one person managed to do this, if I'm not mistaken. I think one person managed to do this. A lot of you guys did very well to include the affiliation or the company's name, but you put Gmail. So the issue with Gmail, okay. The issue with Gmail is that when you use Gmail, automatically it becomes personal. Okay? All right. So you have to write something like this. Okay? All right. Now, let's have a look into how can you do introduction on this method for the question just now, okay? So the first one, please remember, in your introduction, you always need to introduce yourself and tell us the objective of the email. You don't have to write the details about your event yet, only the introduction, only why you're writing this email. Okay, so dear colleagues, okay, a lot of you guys asked what to put in the salutation. So dear colleagues, because it's obvious from the question that you're writing to your colleagues, hello and good day, this is Wanofara here from event department. We are glad to inform you that Mondelez International is organizing an Independence Day celebration at the end of this month. Now here, if you notice, I don't put a lot of information on it. I don't put a lot of, I don't tell you when it's going to be. I only tell you it's going to be at the end of the month. I don't go into the details as if the date, the venue, the time. I did not write it yet. Okay, so this is very general because I only want to tell the or want to inform generally what is it going to be. This event aims to promote uniqueness of each culture and race in our company and strengthen the bond between us. Now, a lot of you guys managed to do quite a good introduction, but the problem is you copy exactly from this book. Okay, so if you copy, it means that you're not very creative. It means that you won't get higher marks in your language. Okay, right? So basically what I did, I paraphrased, I summarized almost the same meaning with what this aim of the um, event is going to be based on the question, but I tried to make it in my own words. So this is how I write it. Okay. The event aims to promote uniqueness of each culture and race in our company and strengthen the bond between us. Okay, so now let's move into the message and the body paragraph. So as I mentioned, there are a lot of things that you have to include, but some of them can be categorized into the same thing. And those things are the three things that are included in the initial part of the question. So you can say below are some details on the event: date, time, venue. Then do not forget to put a bit more information and descriptions below here. Okay? All right. So a lot of you guys just keep it very brief. We will provide buffet from the hotel into during the event, for example. So you don't tell me what are those food. Now you have to remember you are trying to promote an event here. Okay, you're saying, come and join us. There will be a lot of food. What kind of food? You have to tell me. Is it going to be like a, I don't know, international food? Is it going to be Japanese food? Japanese buffet? Is it going to be international buffet? Malaysian buffet? You have to be very specific. And some of you guys managed to do this, to do it, but I was hoping that you guys would even list out the important menus that will be in the event itself, which not a lot of you guys did. Okay, so you have to be very very creative and very detailed in those ideas. Okay, because you need to get higher marks in content. All right. Now here, let me give you an example. Some of you guys say there will be a lot of activities during the event. What kind of activities? You have to tell me. So there will be a lot of fun and engaging activities and competition during the event, such as TikTok competition, cultural dance, performance from different ethnic groups, and lucky draw. We're excited to announce that the main prize for this year's lucky draw is a Mini Cooper S that is worth 500K. Not only that, we have other exciting prizes such as vacation trips and cash prize. So do you see that? This is how you want to invite people to go to your event. You have to provide more detail, richer detail, so that you can get higher marks. Okay, so these are just some examples. I'm pretty sure you guys can come up with a lot more engaging activities, a lot more unique and creative activities, but not a lot of you guys managed to do this. Okay, you provided me the surface but not the elaboration. You just say that there will be a lot of activities and competitions. What is it? You don't tell me. All right, now let's have a look at the closing now. Let's have a look at closing. So, oh no. Now closing, in short, we are really excited to organize this event. We understand that some of you are worried with the spread of COVID-19 during this pandemic time, but please be minded that the HR department is taking important health measures to comply with the SOP outlined by the government. Kindly RSVP in the link provided in this email to book your place for the event before 15th of August, 12 p.m. And I think in a lot of your closings, not all of you guys did this. So if you notice in the question again, question. Okay, if you notice in the question, other information to attract people to join the event. Okay, or you okay, sorry. So in email typically, sorry, in email typically when you are inviting people to join for your event, you need to ask them to RSVP so that you can make payment and book for the exact number of people. You need to book the hall, you need to book the food, everything needs an exact number. So that is the reason why you need to RSVP. And because in today's world we are a bit more concerned about the COVID-19 and how you can't have like a mass gathering and stuff, which is why I'm putting this as an extra information in the closing itself. Okay, so now do you understand and do you get it how to get good marks in your content? Remember, among all of the marks, the highest would be, okay, the most marks would go into your content. Okay, so which is why you need to add more information on it. Okay, right. Okay, okay. um After that, you also need to give a leave taking and signature. Now I want to redirect you guys to this my signature here. So in the question itself, it has given to you your contacts, who you are. Basically you are the manager. Sorry, this one you should write event manager, not manager here. Okay, so here, best regard, your name, not your signature, your name, event manager, the name of your company, and because most probably some of your colleagues who perhaps who have known you, your my contact detail is actually my office extension number, which is 2154. Okay, all right. Okay, any questions? Any questions about email? Okay. Ayo. I'm sure that's not the case. All right. So can you guys excuse me for a while because somebody called me. I think this is quite an important call. So we're gonna take a 5 minute rest for a while I take this call. I'm gonna call this person back. This person called me once when I was, teaching just now. I think this is a very important call. So if you guys can excuse me for 5 minutes, okay? You guys can go ahead and go to the washroom or something, okay? All right. So sorry. Right. I'm back. Thank you so much for being patient. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Okay. I'm going to proceed now. Thank you. Uh-huh. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. So, any questions about email? All good. Questions about email? Yes. Vishwa, is it a question or no question? Or is it answering yes? You can hear me. All good? All right, awesome. So now let us continue with the second question, which was on how to write a cover letter. Okay, so this was the question that was given in your first test, right? You have seen an advert in an English newspaper for a job vacancy as a promoter during the holidays in Maxis Communication, a telecommunication company. You have decided to apply for the job, write a cover letter to the director of the company. In your letter, you should introduce yourself, explain your related skills and job experiences, explain reasons for applying this position, which a lot of people do not do. Okay. Okay, and lastly, you can invent any necessary details. Your cover letter should be around 200 words. All right. Now, the firstly, you have to introduce yourself. You also have to explain related skills and job experiences. I think essentially, if you were to compare question one and also question two, a lot of you guys get quite high marks in question two simply because you have a lot of things that you refer to. But but the main problems that I observe that a lot of you guys also, instead of just referring, what you did is that you copy word by word from the samples that I gave online. Okay, some of you guys did it, and unfortunately, I have to penalize you by dividing your marks into half. Okay, so I need to tell you that copying word by word is an academic offense. You're not supposed to do it. Okay, so you're not allowed to copy word by word. If you happen to do it, your marks will be divided into half. Okay, another problem that a lot of you guys did is that you don't give enough information. It's too simple. Okay, what you did was, I want this job, uh, I have good communication skills, blah blah blah. It's too simple. All right, tomorrow, Ken, you will be able to get your marks tomorrow, um, before your test, hopefully in the afternoon. You will also get the I went the the Word document that I used to mark you guys. Okay, so you'll be able to see how I mark your paper as well. Okay, all right. Yes, in the Word document there are some comments. Okay, right. So a lot of you guys did not answer this question. Okay, so if we refer back to the question, explain reasons for applying this position. Alright, so this is after all an English class and you have to display your linguistic and language ability. Okay, so if I were you guys, this is how I would write this cover letter. Okay, for your information, I'm currently studying diploma in mass communication at INTI International University in Ilai. Since the pandemic hits Malaysia, my family business was severely affected, and I need to get extra money to pay for my tuition fee. Even though that I'm currently studying, I would like to assure you that I'll be able to 100% commit to this job and balance between my studies and part-time job. Not only that, I believe that working part-time as a promoter will greatly help me to organize my time and develop myself professionally. Okay, so this is what I want. I think a lot of you guys just give me some surface. You don't give me a lot of information. You just say that you're good in communication skills, and sadly enough, some of you guys did not even mention why you want to get this job. All right, okay, because I think you rely too much on the samples that I gave you guys, that you are neglecting that you're supposed to refer back to the questions. Okay, so the samples that I gave you on Blackboard are good so that you are aware on how to structure your letter or your email. But all of the details, every single thing in terms of the content should be based on the question itself. Now here, you need to introduce yourself. Now some of you guys, my name is blah blah blah. I'm studying at INTI. That's it, not enough information, you see. So but you guys did very well with the second one, explain related skills and job experiences. I think because from the samples that I gave you, a lot of it were very detailed in terms of certain skills that you need. So you guys did very well with the second one, but the third one is something that is lacking, and this is something that you need to write actually. Okay, so this is just a story, a background story that I give to the person who's reading my cover letter, so that this person, oh, this girl, or we need to hire her, like some, like something like that. Okay. Okay, so your marks will be finalized before your test tomorrow. Hopefully, before the afternoon, you will get your marks. Okay, as I mentioned, I also uploaded the Word document that I used to mark your paper, and you'll be able to see all of the comments. But if you need some extra, you know, you need to know more, for example, you can schedule an appointment with me. I'll give you a link and then we can discuss on your marks. Okay, all right. Okay, so now, sorry, do you guys have any questions? Any questions? All good? All good? All right. Thank you. Thanks. Now, I want to talk about your test tomorrow. Your test, also two questions only. The first one is minutes of meeting. Okay. In the question paper itself, I will give you the format. Follow the format. Okay. And then resignation letter. Two things. Right. So in the minutes, okay, please, you have to be very, very detailed in order for you to get high marks in content. Okay, you have to have, you need to be very specific in your minutes. Okay, you have to write a lot of information if you want to get higher marks. Okay, same goes in resignation letter. If you refer back on our slides, on our lectures on resignation letter, first of all, please read the question very, very, very carefully. Okay, and then try to construct the letter that suits the context of the question. Okay, context will be given in the test paper itself. All right, so I just want to give you guys some tips. The first one, don't simply just copy from the samples given. If you copy word by word, you will be getting a 50, your marks will be divided into half. And please try to create an event stories, okay? Create an event stories, especially in the minutes of the meeting. All right, so we need to see a richer information, richer minutes. All right, richer minutes. So you have to pretend that you have the meeting has done, and now you're trying to write it. Okay, so the struggle of minutes of meeting, I always tell my students, minutes of meeting is actually very easy if you are very good in planning. Okay, so minutes of meeting, the nice thing about minutes of meeting is that the format is given to you and it's very easy for you to do. However, not a lot of people know how to write good minutes of meeting because they cannot visualize what will happen in the meeting itself. Okay, so you need to visualize, you need to imagine that this happened. Okay, and when it happened, what do you have to do? Now let's go back again into your blackboard. When do we learn our minutes of meeting? Was it week 5 or week 4? 5. So here, lovely, I have given you an example. Okay, so do not copy word by word. Do not copy word by word. The format is given to you in the question paper itself. But as you can see here, a lot of details. Okay, a lot of details, my darlings. So here, the question, sorry, the in this meeting is obviously talking about an event titled "A Cup of Kindness." Okay, so in here, it's basically there there is a sequence, there is a thing that happened from one to another, and not only that, there is also action by. Okay, so once Ian and Rose has presented on this event, what's going to happen in our next meeting? Ian and Rose would have to provide estimation of the budget. Okay, when should it be done? It should be done before blah 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 blah. Okay, so remember, this is compulsory. This, the first one, call for an order and verification of the quorum, is something that is there. You don't have to write anything about the discussion because it says it all, and you have to say this. The chairperson called the meeting to order at 3 p.m. and verified that the quorum was present. Okay, okay, so what time does it start? So if it start at 3, you have to write 3. If you put here 2 and then you put here 5, then it's wrong, so marks will be deducted. Please be very, very extra careful. Okay, one more thing, if the secretary here is Sean Mandela, the signature here should be Sean Mandela as well. Okay, so be very, 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 very careful. Now, in the new discussion, then only you will discuss based on the question that will be provided tomorrow. Read the question very, very, very carefully. Okay? So one after another. So here we have one new discussion, two new discussion, three new discussion, four new discussions. Okay, so all of these four new discussions are based from the question itself. Okay, so do not forget, in each one of these new discussion there should be an action by. So here, once this has been done, so Karen has presented her suggestion on taking Ariana Grande as the ambassador for this event. What does she has to do next? She needs to finalize Ariana's schedule. Okay, so in our next meeting, Karen will be presenting on Ariana's schedule next meeting. Okay, all right. So try and visualize and organize your thought before you start writing for minutes of meeting. Okay. Any other businesses, if there is any, you can put it. Remember, do not copy word by word. Please read the question very, very carefully and make sure that you're writing it correctly. Lastly, the 6 things, or depending, so the last thing in your column should be this: adjournment. So here in the discussion, that the chairperson has declared that the meeting is adjourned, and it's adjourned at 5:30 p.m. Okay, so if you start your meeting at 3, it's quite logic for you to end it at 5 or 5:30 or 6, but it's quite illogical if you start it at 3 p.m. but you end it at 2 p.m. Okay, so please be very, very careful with your typo, with your numbers and stuff like that. Then minutes prepared by, comma, your signature and your full name. Okay, yes, this is the sample provided on Blackboard. That's why I said it's easy, but please remember, you're not supposed to copy word by word. Okay? All right? All good? This is from here, week 5. Okay? Any questions about minutes? Questions about minutes? Okay? Yes. So the people who are attending, it depends on you. So please remember, okay? So please remember to put their full name and also their uh, position. Right? Name, position, please. Basically, just create one name and one position in the company. Okay? So, who will be attending or not depends on you, but also please don't forget to look again on your question paper. Okay? All good? Okay, any more questions about minutes? Questions about minutes of meeting? No? Okay, very good. Now let's move forward into our next agenda. Okay. So resignation letter, which yes, resignation letter, which week did we learn it? I think in week 4. Okay, resignation letter as well. There is a context in the question. Please read it. Who are you? What happened to you? Blah, 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 everything. Please be rich in terms of content. Okay, so if you want to get higher marks, create and invent stories. Okay, let's go back again into week 4. We have a lot of things here. I think agenda. Nope, was it in week 3? We were fast. There you have it. Resignation letter 1. Okay. Okay. So firstly, you need to write your name. Okay, this is your name and your address, and this is the date, and then your name. The human resource manager. When you are resigning, you need to write letter to human resource manager. Write that person's name, the address of it, then salutation. Because you have been working in that company, you need to know that person's name. Just create one name. Okay, and then you will be able to know if that person is a male or a female, and then you have to address, for example, dear Mrs. Jones. So Mrs. have to go with the last name of the person's family name, Mrs. Jones, and then here you have the subject. Resignation from what position? Your name. Okay, it would be even nice if you can put a bracket and if you can have your staff ID there. Okay. Now here this is very simple. Okay, you have to write more. Okay, so how to write more? Have a look at these slides. Have a look and listen again, because I'm not going to do another class on this. Okay, so there are some reasons for you to quit your job. So you have to be professional. You have to, that's the language that you need when you want to maintain good relationship with your former company before you switching to a new company and stuff like that. Okay, so please go back again, refer to the slides and also to the lectures for this. Okay, all right, all right, should be fine. All good. Any questions about resignation letter? You'll be fine. Right, so it's only 2 hours. Nothing to be aware. No, you should be fine. I think a lot of you guys got quite relatively good marks in your first test as well. I don't think anybody failed. I don't remember though. Content. Week 6. So the process is basically the same, yeah. You click here in your test 2, and then I shall be providing you guys with the test paper tomorrow. Download it, and then remember to give me the correct answer. Okay, some of you guys, some of you gave me blank answer. Okay, now I have to schedule a new test for that person. All right, so please, I don't want you guys to get 0. I can simply give you 0 because that is a careless mistake, but I don't want to do that. That's cruel. That's too much. Okay, so please make sure that the one that you upload here is your final answer. Please double check it. I also need you to save your new document with your name. Okay, so that I know that is you. Okay, all right. Okay, Any questions about your test tomorrow? You guys will be fine. Questions? No? All good? Okay. Can explain what to be aware of minutes of meeting again. Okay. All right. Let me go through minutes of meeting again. So tomorrow you shall be getting the whole format. The format is given to you in the question paper itself. But I'm just going to use this to be example. So the first one, you need to write the name of your company. Okay, the name of your company on top here. Normally, typically, we would capitalize it. Okay, so this one, Starbucks coffee. And now here is a human resource department. So if you are from HR, okay, you would want to write it. If you are marketing, if that meeting is under marketing department, you might want to write marketing department, blah, blah, blah. Everything is given to you in your question itself. Okay, so this one, minutes of the first meeting for what kind of event to be held or held on the date, day, date, time, where is it? Okay, day, date, time, where is it? All right. Next is the chairperson. You need somebody to chair your meeting. So here we have Pamela Winston, who is the chair. The secretary here is Sean Mandela. So please be aware that if Sean Mandela is the secretary, Sean Mandela will be the one who is providing the minutes. Okay, so Sean Mandela will be signing and write this minutes prepared by who. Okay, so please be very, very careful with that. And then in attendance, you need to write that person's full name, whoever. Okay, but tomorrow I have given you. All you have to do is just look at the question and you will know. Okay, and then what is the person's position, designation. All right. Blah 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 blah. And then if there is anybody from the list of the attendance, for example, you actually send out the email to 10 people and then only 5 people will be able to attend, another 5 cannot attend, so please list out like this. Okay, it's the same thing. All right. Okay, you can just simply make it up. Maybe nobody was absent, so all you have to do is just provide this, write it here. Absent with apologies, none. So you write dash. Okay. Okay. Now this also will be provided in your I give you the format in the question paper itself, but please remember in terms of the table will be provided to you, but the first thing that you have to do in the agenda is always call for an order and verification of the quorum. You don't have to put anything in the discussion, but here you have to write what happened, but the chairperson called the meeting to an order at 3 p.m. and verified the quorum was present. Okay, so all right. So what basically quorum means? Quorum means that among all of the people who are invited, they need at least 3/4 of the whole people who is invited. Okay, so for example, if you invite 12 people, so if you invite 12 people in the meeting, you cannot start unless you have at least 8 people. Okay, so that is the quorum. So the quorum, so once, for example, this meeting should start at 3 p.m. The meeting should start at 3 p.m. and then the chair look and count everyone, 3/4 of everybody who got the email are here. We can now start because you don't want to waste people's time. Okay? Okay? No, 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 no. Example. I'm giving you example. Okay, so if the example, for example, I'm just trying to clarify to you what this quorum means. What does it mean by quorum? So basically, for example, when you send out a meeting invite, okay, so there are people who are required to be in a meeting. Am I right? So for example, if you have 8 people in your email, in your email that you send out for the meeting, okay, you send it out to 12 people. The quorum, in order for you to start the meeting, you need at least 3/4 of the whole people who was invited. That is quorum. Okay, so once you have 8 people, oh Ken, did you do the math just now? I was explaining again, so I thought you don't understand. So basically, you did 3/4 of the whole people who is attending. So then only you can start the minutes. Sorry, the meeting. Okay. All right. So sorry, I thought you don't understand. Maybe you understand it. All right. New discussions will be based on the question that will be asked tomorrow. Okay, so new discussion will be based on the questions that will be asked tomorrow, and then you write it, and please make sure that you provide enough information, enough details in here and also here. Okay, remember again, do not copy word by word from here. This sample that I'm using here, do not copy word by word. If you copy it, your marks will be divided into half. All right. All right. The minutes of the meeting after. So minutes of meeting is written down after. So what are the two things that you send out before the minutes? Before the meeting is the email, the meeting invitation, and also meeting agenda. Okay, so you would know. So if you are very smart, the new discussion or everything that is here will be based on the agenda. If you are smart, okay. So agenda was given to you before the minutes. Okay, so in order for you to create this minutes, you need to know what is the agenda. Okay, be smart about it. Okay, you can tag me. All right. And then the final thing is that this number 6 here. So this one also you have to be very careful and you have to follow exactly. Okay, the last thing that is supposed to be in a minute of the meeting is this adjournment. Basically done, finish. Okay, so here you can say the chairperson declare or chairperson mention or announce the meeting is adjourned or over. Meeting adjourned at what time? Okay, prepared by, minutes prepared by your signature and also the secretary signature and also full name. Okay, all right. Okay, all good. You'll be fine. Any question? Any more questions? All right. Do you guys need to rest or do you want us to go straight right into the next thing so that you can finish? Do you need to rest? Do you need a break? Sure. What about the rest? You guys need a break or you want to go into the next thing? Are you guys okay? All good? Let me sure. Move on. Oh no. So answer this poll. Do you want to rest or do you alamak? So yes is rest, no is move on. Yes is rest, no is move on. Okay, I think move on. Okay, I think we shall be moving on. All right. So, okay. I hope you guys are fine. Okay. So remember for tomorrow's test, please do not simply just copy from the samples, because if you do, you will be your marks will be deducted. Okay, and please try and invent stories. All right. Now, I want to talk to you about your group project, okay? In particular, your report assignment. Now, if you look at your group wiki, I have checked your survey questions. I think some of you guys have to do some changes. Once you have done the changes, you can simply start collecting your data or start distributing your questionnaire already, okay, or survey already. Okay, so basically you need to get at least 50 respondents. Okay, it's important for you to get minimum 50 people to answer your survey, right? I think I have given you guys the green light. Okay, I have given you the green light, but please make sure that you do the changes that I ask you guys to, okay, or else your marks will be deducted in your report itself. Okay, now I want you guys to start thinking about your findings in a sense that you can, when you got your finding, you can combine two different visual information and write the interpretation. Okay, so you can actually first, as you can see here, first here they have the table 1, which is on demographic. So here the number of male who answered, the respondents who are male are 53, female 49. In total this group got 102. Okay, and the second visual information that they gave me was the age group. Okay, so here in the interpretation of their findings, they merge these two into this paragraph here. Okay, so basically in your report you can use different tables, different charts, and different findings to actually uh, weight and merge it and interpret it differently. Okay, all right. Same goes like here. This is the design, and then in this terms of color, screen, finger, camera. Okay, out of 102 respondents, 84 consumers, 82.4% choose design as the blah 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 blah. And then basically this group, what they did is that they combined two different charts, two different visual informations, and write their interpretation later. This is also possible. All right. Okay. I want to show you guys some examples. I want to show you guys some examples. Right. So this is an example of a report that was done by my other students. Okay. So here they have everything. Executive summary, introduction. Okay. So this is how they collect the data. This is the survey. This is the visual information that was given. These are the analysis. These are the visual information, analysis, visual information, blah, 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 conclusion. Mhm. This is another student who did this. Okay, this is group 4. Okay, so what I like about this is that they give me a timeline, what happened here, what happened here, what happened here. And then this one, in a bit, we're going to do this so that I can see who is doing what. It's important because this is a group project. I want to know if everybody is contributing in the group project. Okay. And then this is how, let me show you the findings. So here I like it because this group provides me step by steps. Okay, the first step is that what happened, the second step is what happened. Okay, findings. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Basically, you can you can combine different findings, different findings from demographic. You want to link it to section B, or you want to present section demographic in terms of gender with the you can use your data use very creatively. Depends on how you analyze your findings. Okay, so you have to be very very creative about it. And if you need any help with analyzing your findings, once you have reached your target, okay, so your target is 50, for example, by in 2 3 more days you got minimum 50, you got, for example, 70 people answering your survey questions, and you want to start analyzing, and you want to know how to analyze, you can ask me. Okay, you can schedule an appointment, and then I can help you on how to analyze your findings, because this can be a little bit tricky. Okay, now I also want to talk to you about your group presentation. I want to introduce you guys to your group presentation. I'm so sorry guys, I have had 6 hours of class straight. Okay, this is crazy. All right. So group presentation, for your final group presentation, because we understand that it's going to be slightly hard for you to present in a live class. So instead, you guys will be recording your presentation. Okay. So in today's class, I want to show you guys some of my because I'm also teaching public speaking. So I want to show you guys how you can record and present in your own space. Okay, so the instruction is for you. Okay, because this is a group presentation. Okay, because this is a group presentation, everybody has to contribute. Okay, the the group presentation, can we use Zoom to present our report? You can use Zoom to present your report, and then you can record the Zoom meeting. That could be it as well. But I am offering you a simpler way of doing it. Okay. So what I'm proposing is for you to record your own part. Now, what do you have to present? You have to give me a bit of introduction. What is your topic, or what is your report is about? What do you want to achieve in your report? You also have to tell me how did you collect your data? What are the steps are involved in collecting your data? And who are your participants? Basically, you have to present to me the demographic of your participants. Okay, next is when you move into your findings, section B and also section C. This is when I want to see a lot of graphs, a lot of charts. And finally, you also have to give me conclusion. Okay, in the conclusion, you should also talk about recommendations as well. Okay, so in findings, maybe you can have a bit more people, a lot more people to do it, because there are a lot of things to present in findings. Okay, so it all depends on how many people you have in one single group. Okay, for that presentation, hmm, see, yes, so everybody has to present their own findings. For example, I will be presenting about introduction. So I will record myself presenting about introduction for about 1.5, 1.5 minutes, or 2 minutes, one person. So if you have 5 people, you can have up until 10 minutes of presentation. Okay, please do not forget to write or provide your name below your in the video itself before you or you can state your name before you start presenting. Okay, because this is an online class, I might not know some of you guys. I don't know, I might know your name, but I don't know that's your face. Okay, so you have to provide to me or inform me that that's your name. Then you should combine all of your group members' presentation into one single video. The maximum time for each video depends on how many people there are in your group. Okay? And then I shall be providing a link, Google Drive link to you guys. So you have to give me or upload the finalized video with everybody's presentation into the Google Drive. Okay, let me show you an example so it's a bit more clear. Okay, so I will give you guys a link. Okay, so this link, in the link, it would have different groups. Okay, so only one person from the group will show or upload the group presentation. Okay, let's have a look at this example here.
Hi, my name is ENL1110. Today, I and my group member would like to present our proposal of Winkle International. Those are my group members, Muhammad Ali Suhaimi, Lau Licha.
Your brother or no? Is this your brother, like real brother or ayah, God brother?
Liu Kaisen, Hui Jion, and Chu Seching. The proposed statement. We're using 5 why method to find out the problem of Winkle International. We found that Winkle International jacket is lacking in choices and design to the customers. Therefore, the solution we propose, we plan to hand to them.
Description of the event. Okay, firstly, why we held it. As what we see right now, we have made an opportunity to step.
Ayo yo. Okay, all right. So now have a look here. Okay, all right. So what I like about this presentation is that they provide me the visual information here. Okay, they have their face here. They also have their slide here. So what's the name of the website? So Papri Ayam. I don't remember. Oh, wait. There you go. So this is the website that you can do something like this. Okay. So this is the name of the website where you can record yourself presenting at the same time showing your PowerPoint slides. Okay. Nopto. Okay. All right. So you guys can go ahead, or maybe you guys have different, maybe you know different websites. So you can be very creative about this. Now, what I like about this group is that have a look at their clothing. It's very professional. So if you can see that he's actually wearing a round neck, so he's wearing his comfortable shirt inside, but what he threw outside was that he just go and grab like it's not a suit, but it's like a jacket to make it formal. Okay, so but what I think that can be improved from his presentation is that he was sitting down. Okay, again, I'm also teaching public speaking. So if you want to get good marks, you have to step up the game a little bit. Now, I want to show you guys another example. Let's see. This one here. So she was very creative actually. She used her she used her TV at home to show her slides. Okay.
Hello to Miss Farah and my fellow friends. I'm Yunzun. I'm glad to be here and share my topic with you guys. Before I start, I have prepared some questions for you guys. My first question is, have you tried yoga before? If yes, you can raise up your hand. Yes, thank you. You can put down your hand now. And my second question is, what are the benefits of yoga that you think? Answer, yes. My body strong. Keep our body strong as well as keep us away from diseases. People will choose to do yoga is also because.
So you can actually be very creative about how you want to present your presentation. Okay, so this is just an individual presentation. So this might be slightly hard for you. I want to show you guys another example here. Maybe this is someone else's godfather, godbrother as well. I don't know. Okay.
Hey everyone, my name is Davies. Me and my team members is from XWX Wingcorp Company. Today we're going to present about a proposal.
He was also from my public speaking class. Yes, you can edit your video, alright? Okay? Oh no.
Let's start with root cause. What's the problem that faces in our company, which is lacking of trending advertisement? A root cause is applying a bad marketing strategy. What can we do to solve those problems is to understand the consumer interest, expand the range of our product, and creating trending advertisement. How is it work? Our team will conduct a questionnaire to online platforms such as Google Form because it's the fastest way for us to collect the data from different consumers from different places. Then we have advertisement.
Wow, he talks a lot.
Income, balance sheet,
of fabric that are commonly used by most jacket manufacturers in the world, such as cotton, nylon, silk, and viscose.
Okay, so different people would have different ways of presenting. Some people use this kind of software where you record yourself and then you would have your slides already there. Some people use it this way. Okay, so it depends on you how you want to do it. Okay, so this is a group presentation. Everybody has to contribute. One individual, one person is 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. Okay, all right. And then it depends on how many people you have in a group. Then only can we know what's the maximum length of video. Okay, so I shall be providing you guys with a Google link, the link to the Google Drive in week 7's folder. Okay, so I shall be putting it in week 7's folder because that is due in week 7. Was it in week 7 or week 6? Let me check. Da 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 da. Is it supposed? It's not going to be week 6. I think it's week 7. Week 7. I'll put it in week 7. Okay. All right. Any questions about your group presentations? Group presentation. All right. All good. Understand? Okay. All right. So these are the things that I'm looking forward to see from your presentation. Okay. No need lah subtitle. Lucas, look at this guy. He wants to do a lot of jobs. No, no, no. You don't need to have you don't need to provide subtitles. As long as it's very clear, then it should be fine. Okay, so one thing that you have to Good question. Thank you, Lucas. So one thing that you have to remember is that when you are presenting, your voice has to be very, very clear. So when you present, when you record yourself, you need to listen back again on your recording and see whether or not it's clear enough. Okay. So remember, this is a group presentation. Everybody would have the same mark. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, good question, Lucas. Thank you so much. Now, what I want to do now is that I want everybody to leave this Blackboard Calibrate Ultra. I want you guys to leave this Blackboard Calibrate Ultra, and I want you to create your own virtual Blackboard Calibrate Ultra. Okay, in the virtual, your own group, what I want you to do, I want you to discuss on timeline. Okay, timeline, I'm going to show you guys again how. So we have started doing our group project since I think week 4, if I'm not mistaken. So you can create a timeline like this, group week 4, what happened, what have you done, blah, 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 finalize the report, blah, blah, blah. So I want to see this timeline of your assignment, and I also want to see the distribution of work. Okay, who is doing this, who is doing this, who's doing this, who's doing this, who's doing that. Okay, so I want to see this because I want to know if everyone is contributing or not in your report. Okay, and if you can, so you can actually start doing your introduction and also your executive summary already. Okay, so I want you guys to start. I want you guys to start actually doing and typing and writing your report now. It's already week 6. You guys have to submit to me week 7. All right. So I'm going to teach you how can you create your own Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. Even if there is no class, you can simply do this with your group mates. Okay. Sorry, not this one. So this is your Blackboard, right? So if you go to your groups, okay, so if you go to your groups, for example, this is group 1. So these are the group members. So actually you guys can use this instead of using Google Hangouts, or instead of using Zoom, you can use this feature here. So you can have, you can click on collaborate here. So click on here, collaborate, and then you can see join room. So everyone in group 1 can actually attend this. All right. Okay, so basically you can use this as your virtual session where you can, discuss with your friends, and you guys can be the teacher. You guys can use the whiteboard if you want, and then you can basically discuss about it. Okay, so you can even record the session, blah blah blah, do everything that you want, just like the teacher. Okay, so now I want everybody to leave this. Okay, you guys can leave here, but you guys have to discuss among yourself. I shall be going into your rooms. Okay, I shall be going into your rooms um in random. I won't tell you that I'm going. I want to see whether or not you guys are doing your work. Okay, so if anything, just inform me in our WhatsApp group. What do you have to discuss about in your group here, in your Blackboard Collaborate here, are these things. Okay, your timeline, who's gonna do what, and you can even start drafting your report now. Okay, so if you look at your group wiki, and I suggest you to make a few changes for your online survey, you can start doing now. Okay, are you guys clear on what you have to do? All good? Do you know what you have to do? Clear? All good? Okay, so you can leave this room now, and then you can start discussing with your friends. Okay? All right. Thank you all. You can be in your own group now. Class has ended, but you need to do Blackboard Collaborate Ultra with your friends. Okay, so you guys have to basically go to your group, and then click on Blackboard Collaborate here. You click on Tools, click on Collaborate here, and then start discussing about this. Start discussing about this in your own group. Okay. All right. So group 4, your comment I do not understand. All right. So group 4, are you guys in your own Collaborate Ultra now? Are you guys in your own Blackboard Collaborate Ultra now? I will attend to your, okay. Be in your Collaborate Ultra, and then I shall be discussing with you guys on that. Okay. All right.
什么年龄是男是女，然后工作那
怎么我连续